Hosts, you're listening to the last podcast where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. If you're returning, welcome back. I hope to continue to provide tips, ideas, and value that will help shape your life one way or another for good. Today's show is going to be a quick, brief talk about how I am my number one motivator. What about you? Who motivates you? Are you your number one motivator, or do you need other people to help motivate you? For me, it's true. I am my number one motivator, and I am also the number one reason I fail at times. For me, I actually take responsibility for my successes and failure in life. Why? It is quite simple. It is my choice. It's a decision that I made. It's my results. It's predicated on what I do to get those results, and that is based on my actions. My goal has to be a thing that I am after. It's got to be something that I'm focused on. If my goal was to be doctored and if let's just say this, if I was to be a doctor or went into an automobile training, it wouldn't work. I can't help people get well, and I've taken automotive training on how to repair cars. You get my point there? So whatever I got to do, my goal is to be a doctor. I'm not going to go ahead and take automotive training. So being a doctor, I have to have specific training. I have to take the required training in order to be a doctor. So I have to be motivated to take the training and to be a doctor. That is with this, I think, anything in life that we do. If you want to yield a particular result, you have to do what is required now and then and in the future to receive the results you seek within a particular time frame. And I'm quite sure you should have a time frame, but if you don't, that's something you got to work on. Now, why on earth would I need to be motivated to do anything? I think that's a valid question, because you also have to be inspired to do something. Motivation is like the action part of it. You got to be motivated. You got to move. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But I think in order to be sustainable, you have to be inspired and driven. You have to have a certain focus on being able to do whatever it is that you want to do. That brings me to this. I'm my number one motivator because when I fail at something, I may take my licks and my wounds. However, I get back up in the game and adjust my strategy and keep moving forward, because that's what I'm after, the end game. However, don't leave out what you learn in between the beginning of the journey and the end of journey. And, you probably used to hear people who say, the learning experiences and the meat and potatoes is within the journey. It's within the learning. It is the process of you becoming whatever it is that you are going to becoming. Now, the funny thing about the process of becoming is it's a journey that you take. It's a specific avenue that you embark on. Now, I'm only saying this because I can remember when I first wanted to go into repairing PCs. I didn't actually have the desire, or did I? And I'll tell you with a quick backstory. My wife bought me my first PC, and it broke. So it stayed in the basement and you heard me say basement, so I'm probably from the East Coast. It stayed in the basement for about a year and a half until one day I decided to go ahead and get it out and see what I could do. But I went to Barnes and Noble and bought a book. I was motivated. And the motivation part was me going to Barnes and Noble, excuse me, to go ahead and get a book on how to repair PCs. So once I did that, I said, okay, let me read this book from cover to cover and let me see if there's something I could do about my PC. Oh, to my amazement, reading the book gave me enough knowledge to fix that PC inside of 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, what a shame. That's what I said. But I was motivated. I was inspired. And then that one thing led to helping others fix their PCs, fix their computers and printers. So, in learning or being motivated and motivating yourself, guess what? You got to have a conversation with yourself. Don't, come on. I know, guys, don't act like you don't talk to yourself. You got to have a conversation, and everybody has a conversation with themselves, outwardly or internally. It happens to, for me, I just happen to let you guys know, yeah, I'm having a conversation with myself. And some people say it's okay to have a conversation with yourself as long as you don't start answering yourself. No, go ahead and answer. What do you want out of life? Then answer it. What do you want to do with your future? Answer it. Because as you answering those questions out loud, you're solidifying what it is that you want. And it goes deeper than that into the subconscious mind. And then while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind makes a way to find avenues that you can wake up in the morning and go to. Oh, it's probably not just going to happen just like that, but it does happen. I can talk myself into actionable results that lead to success. Can I? Yes. I believe this. However, there's much more than talk. You have to have a goal, a plan, an action plan to reach your desired results. We all know that, and I've even spoken on that before. Therefore, I must take my own roadmap and chart my own course, right? I mean, that's what I would have to do. So what is it that motivates you? Yeah, I'm talking about you. What is it that motivates you? Who it motivates you? Me? If I'm not getting a certain thing within my time frame or within my life, I have to say, oh, you know what? I'm tired of this. And then you look in the mirror and you say, hey, look, what are we going to do about this? What do I want? I want to get more sales. How am I going to get it? I got to talk to more people. How am I going to talk to more people? By getting out of the house every single day. You see how that goes? See how that works? It's simple. You got to know, you got to figure out what it is that you want. I want to lose weight. Well, how? I'm by eating a little bit better. How? Well, I'm going to eat a little more salad. I'm going to eat less on my plate. I'm going to eat probably more fruit mixed with nuts, berries. And guess what? I have to have an action plan too. That action plan sounds great. This is what I'm going to do, but I have to execute it. I have to go to the gym, take walks. I got to do whatever it is I got to do to make it happen. So you have to find little things that'll help you and nudge you and move you forward to whatever it is that you want to do so you can motivate yourself. You got to set your own motivation schedule. So if that's going on YouTube and finding something that motivates you, you know how they have those little stories and they just basically motivate you and you keep going, find you a bunch of those. Or find a talk that motivates you. And every time you get a little low, you get a little low on energy, you get a little low on faith, you get a little low and say, you know what, I don't know why I'm even doing this. I don't even know why I'm going through all of this. Hey, that's when you have to dig deep into your why. Now, what I would suggest is you go ahead and record your why. Why are you doing this? I'm doing this because I want to lose weight, because I'm tired of looking this way. I want to look good in my clothes. You have to say that on tape. So when you get tired, when you feel like eating yourself crazy and blowing back up, play that tape on why it is that you want to lose weight, why it is that you want to study, why it is that you want to get to point A to point B and succeed. Record your why. Then write it down. Look at it every single day. Recite it. You ain't got to write anything that's long and drawn out except for that record. Get deep. Get raw. Because you are talking to you. You are going to motivate you. When the dust settles, it's only you. Hey, that's it for right now. I just wanted to talk about that little thought about how I motivate myself, how you can motivate yourself. And you're listening to David. I'm your host at the Last Podcast. If you want to give me a shout out, you can go ahead and do so by writing me at the last podcast 443@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to conversing with you. And I thank you so much for listening. I thank you so much. But could you do me a favor? Can you subscribe also? I really would appreciate if you subscribe. And if you have a podcast too, just go ahead and shoot me your podcast so I could go ahead and shout it out, listen to it, and also subscribe. Thanks a lot and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.